Hey guys, today I just want to do some quick tips and tricks on my truck 2007 Toyota 4Runner. Some of these are obvious, they are in the owner's manual, but some people just don't bother reading them. First one I find very beneficial for me is the headlights. If you have the upper trim, you have auto on and off. You have the lower trims, you don't. But your headlights will time out if you exit the vehicle according to a certain system, so like it did right there. Also, depending on how you exit your vehicle, you may also leave your lights on if you live in a darker area to have some lights to help you get inside the house and whatnot. And then once you double tap the lock button, your lights will cycle off. To get them back on, just get in your car, start up your truck, and since your stock is already on, your head bulbs will stay on when you turn the car back on. Alright, second tip or trick. If you notice on these upper refresh 4th gen 4Runners, you have halogen, you have halogen projector housings. You can shove HID bulbs in there. I went ahead and did that. But you'll notice you do get some glare, not a quite clean cutoff. If you Google the squirrel cutoff mod or the squirrel delete mod, essentially what you're doing is you take the bulb back out, and inside the housing of your projector there is a metal tab you'll want to adjust, and that will clean up your cutoff so you no longer have that glare shooting out you do when you replace the halogen with the HIDs. You'll notice the difference, especially if you are getting flashed out in the country or the rural sides where the brighter lights is more prevalent and it will annoy some drivers. So you may want to look into that squirrel delete mod. Alright, next tip, now we're inside the vehicle, and this is also one found in the owner's manual, is you can set the doors to auto lock. You can set it to lock or unlock when you go in and out of gears, or you can set it to a certain miles per hour. Mine is set to lock as soon as I get out of park, and you'll notice a socket lock, and then as soon as I put it back into park, it unlocks. So you may want it this way, you may want to do it manually, but again, the directions are found in your owner's manual. Alright, for the next tip, we are inside again, and we open up the center storage cabinet, and if you have this accessory, it's actually a tissue box holder. One of my side clips is broken, so it's kind of useless, but that's what that's actually meant for, is you can actually supposedly fit a tissue box up in there. Alright, next tip or trick is now we're looking over at the glove box. Don't mind my stuff in there, but it's actually a dual tiered glove box, and there's actually a hidden door. So right underneath the hinge to lock it is another hinge to open, and you have access to your second glove box inside your glove box. It actually fits the owner's manual, but you leave it open. Some people hide stuff in there, some people might not even know it's there. Alright, and my next tip or trick is now we're inside, we're looking at the back of the center storage console, and this trim actually pops up and out, and it's actually meant to hold a trash bag. For those who want to use it, there's actually clips on the side here to fit the handles of the bag to hold it. That's actually what that's meant for. Alright, now we're out back. You'll excuse kind of loud neighbors and mowing the lawn. My last two tips or trick. The rear hatch is actually electrically lock assisted for you, so you don't actually need to slam it, just tap it down. I'm not sure if you could hear the motor going, but you can hear it latch itself in to lock. So it's actually electrically assisted to lock for you. Alright, and then the last tip, we all kind of know if you hold the rear window button, it'll go down, but it doesn't go back up. So to actually get it to go back up without going back in your car is using your key. Shove it back in the keyhole and turn it to the right, and it'll auto roll up your rear window for you. Alright, thanks guys. Some tips and tricks I find useful. If you have any others, feel free to leave them in the comment below. Thanks.